guys, I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind for a while, something that I noticed has caused a lot of confusion, and that is the topic of followers, particularly in the art field. You know, living in the age of social media, people tend to tie their success to the amount of followers they have, and it's quite sad. In fact, from my perspective, I think the idea of followers is a sickness. I mean, you can't deny that the first thing you look at when on someone's page is their follower count. And depending on what that number is, you judge them differently. We know better than not to do this, but we've been conditioned to tie people to this specific and really random number. I mean, I remember a few years back when the idea of a couple hundred followers was so much, and that people with hundreds of thousands of followers were superhumans, because the idea of such a huge number was so unattainable that I didn't even count them as real people in my head. I even remember going to art school and noticing my classmates getting a ridiculous amount of followers, some in the hundreds of thousands. And I would ask myself, why don't I have that? Or why doesn't my friend have that? Objectively, we all had something unique to offer, and honestly, some of us didn't. And yet, they still had more followers than some of the most talented people I knew. It confused me and made a lot of talented artists feel less than, when the truth was, it was all luck. I know for a fact that if me or those other artists were lucky enough with the same exposure, we would be in the same boat. And then one day, I did a really quick 5-second speed drawing, and it got over 600,000 views and brought my following up to a couple thousand. It wasn't anywhere near some others, but it was more than I thought I would have. But honestly, the speed drawing was a doodle, not even close to my best work, like not even a little bit. And it was literally a random selection that got attention by complete chance, because it hasn't happened again since. The sad part about this was I started to notice that I started to look down on people with less followers than me. And when I became conscious of this, I was so disgusted with myself that I nearly shut down my social media. I eventually pulled myself together and didn't, but I was really saddened by the fact that I know for sure that I was not and am not the only one. Then something interesting happened. I was in line at the bank, adulting, and the woman behind me noticed my work. Because, I always have a backpack with my art on it, or my art book out, stuff like that. She commented on my talents and we talked about it for a bit. She ended up telling me that she was a graphic designer, and she worked for several different corporations and had plenty clients, and that would explain her pajamas from working at home, and I admired that, and I said, wow, so you make a decent enough living, what's that like? She said, you have the people who believe in you, and you find the right contacts, and you get enough business to keep you going, and that's how it is. I was really happy to know there were people in my area like this, so she gave me her card, and we ended up talking a lot about what we do. She made it clear that she makes a very comfortable living, not just getting by, but she was doing well for herself. I was so happy to meet someone so experienced that I asked her what her social media was so I can follow her. And you would expect that she was doing well on social media, but by my complete shock, she didn't even have 100 followers anywhere. If I had come on her page without knowing her, I would probably never even guessed or assumed she was a successful designer just because of that stupid following number. That changed my perspective like crazy. You can have 1 million followers or 20 followers. In the end, that does not justify anything about that person. Don't get me wrong, having followers is nice, you have more of an audience, you can market better, etc., but that is a completely different thing than when you come onto someone's profile and think, 150 followers, that's it? They can't be that great. Because that is just so ignorant. Heck, even the people who have followers, have you noticed they never feature other smaller accounts or share the love and the followers with other artists? It's like we have it buried in our minds that it's a popularity contest and we're afraid to bring each other up. Even people I knew personally who are thriving on social media, they won't feature me or anyone we know, even though they know it would mean some extra followers for us and maybe even a little bit of help in our confidence. Or how about those people who only follow big people with thousands of followers and refuse the little guys because they're too cool? Why do we have to label people with something that really just doesn't matter? Heck, recently I worked for a New York Times best-selling author, and it was great. She makes way more money than I do, and she has way more success and fans by a shit ton, and yet she has less followers on a lot of her social media than me? Where's the science behind this? Does that make any sense? No, of course not, because it's irrelevant. I guess what I'm trying to say is, the point of this rant is really to just tell artists that followers don't matter, and I'm not just saying that. I mean it with every core of my being. It's really just luck, and people shouldn't be judged based on that. Whether you need to get off your ego or bring up your confidence, just remember that your worth, whether you're an artist or not, isn't tied to a number. It's what you do as a person. Who cares about you and how hard who cares about you and how hard you work to be the best you can be, whatever that is, if you don't have followers? Nobody cares. And if they do care, they have the wrong mindset, the wrong priorities, and honestly, who needs them? Because the only thing you should care about is how you feel. Do you work hard? Now, I'm talking specifically about artists here, but if that's what you want to get into, what are you doing about it? Do you wake up every day and dedicate yourself to it in any way that you can? Because if you are, then you will succeed. I think that with enough dedication, with enough practice, with enough passion, and with enough aggression to make it happen, assertiveness, I guess, if you want it bad enough, you can do it. And don't let that follower count discourage you. I'm not saying people with followers shouldn't be rewarded or looked up to, but really, I mean, I don't have any statistics to back me up here, but my opinion, from my personal experiences, it's really just luck. When you see someone with a high follower count, they got lucky. I'm not saying that they aren't talented and don't deserve them. I think there are so many people who deserve what they have, and there are so many people who deserve what they don't have. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that don't let it define you, because you will do well in life if you work hard enough. And there are so many people, that woman in my story included, that are so successful and are not social media famous. It just doesn't matter. I mean, I can't think of a better way to put it than to say it just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, would you rather have 10 followers who truly believe in you, who support you, give you constructive criticism, and really want to see you thrive, than 100,000 people who follow you just to screenshot your work and save it because they think it looks good? I mean, really, ultimately, that's what it is. I mean, the screenshot is a little specific, but you know what I mean. It's just to see, oh, what did she draw today? That's cool, and that's it. Their lives wouldn't change if you stopped drawing tomorrow. They wouldn't care. There's hundreds of others like you. The majority of people don't realize that it takes an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, weeks to come up with some pieces that all they do is like. Like, does 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers pay for the hard work that went into the actual work? Like, it doesn't. And I'm not even counting about the freaking robots and the trolls and the fact that so many people out there actually buy followers, which is insane to me, because that's just, priorities are so freaking warped. Well, I mean, at the same time, people do judge when they come on the pages, which they shouldn't. I mean, if you come across an artist and they have 50 followers or even less than that, don't judge them. Look at their pictures. Look at the actual work for itself. Notice if they've improved since, say, 20 posts before the latest one. That's where you gotta look for. Notice what they say in their descriptions. Do they look like friendly people? Are they trying hard? Or are they stuck up and think they're better than everybody else? I think it's time to give back. And if you're someone with a lot of followers, that's awesome. That's very lucky. I think it's really cool that you have that privilege to reach out to so many people every single day, to market yourself, and to push success of yours even further. But if you're fortunate to have that, just know that despite that it doesn't matter, so many people want that. You know, do something nice. Maybe feature artists on your page who don't have any following, and help them get lucky too. Because that's what this community, I think, should be about. Artists should help each other and push each other, and, you know, bring each other up. Not compete with each other, not judge each other, not bring each other down and make each other feel less than. Well, I'm getting off topic here, but just, followers don't matter. They just don't. It's as simple as I'm gonna put it. You know, I'm gonna stop with the, you know, the niceness and everything. The blunt truth is that it does not matter. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. I don't know how many times I have to say that to make people understand, because I feel like they're just not getting it. Because just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and that's it. Followers don't matter. Speaking of support, though, if you would like to encourage these YouTube videos, I would really appreciate if you supported me on Patreon, because these are free. I don't get paid to make these YouTube videos, but I would like to continue. So support me there to make it happen. Also, if you can't do that, then follow me on my social media. I'm not going to hate you if you don't, because followers don't matter. But it'd be nice, you know, if you want to see what I'm up to comment once in a while and let me know what you think of what I do. That'd be great. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you for watching.